Hey guys, I'm making this video because they announced the hardcore PTR and they didn't give us any time, like any. They said that it's literally gonna be here tomorrow and that's it. They gave us a day. Like, it's not even a full day if you have to go to sleep, and I have to go to sleep soon. So like I don't even have a full day. But the PTR, they announced it. They made a couple of changes, like I don't know if they said they would, but we all expected them to. The one change that I love is the PvP flagging. Now you have to type /PvP to get PvP flagged. You can just right click a flight master, or you can just get griefed by a rogue who is named the exact same thing as the mob that you're trying to kill, and then he comes out of stat, you think the mob spawned, and you're spamming your macro, and then you kind of just die because you hit a level 60 with Naxxramas gear, and you're kind of fucked. I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of done. It's a one and done kind of deal. But yeah, the rules are pretty simple. On the hardcore servers, you can't come back. You can stay as a ghost, and you can have ghost parties and everything like that. But it's yeah, it's what we all expected. Like, they're just not gonna revive you. However, they said that if you DC during flights, they are gonna try to save you. They said it's not 100%. It's they're gonna try to save you, and they also said that they are not gonna do anything about the deaths of people who are DCing, or the deaths of, like, maybe your computer had something happen to it, or you had blackout, or your power went out for like a second and then you disconnected fighting a boss or something. You're gonna die, and you have to live with that. They said that it's kind of a risk you have to take. Yeah, those are the main things. They are not gonna allow bubble hearting. You can only do one dungeon per day, like the hard mode dungeons. I don't know if any of you play the hard mode dungeons, but it's like that. A hard mode dungeon, you get locked out for a day, so you can't spam dungeons. I really like that. They also said that if you are level 60, you are not gonna be able to group with anyone, or like go into dungeons or group with them with anyone that's below level 60. There are gonna be announcements, server-wide announcements if someone hits 60. There are also gonna be server-wide announcements, I think, if 60 dies, but I'm not sure on that. I'm gonna read up on that. But yeah, if you get to level 60, you get a server-wide announcement. They are also gonna do something which tracks how many endgame bosses you killed. So for example, if you kill Ragnaros, they're gonna show that you did that in some way. But it's not all rainbows and sunshines. They're not gonna allow bubble hearting, but they're gonna allow petrification flasks and leaving the group and getting ported out. They said that they're gonna look at it. Like, they said that we as the community, our feedback is gonna be considered, and they're gonna look at how many times that happens, and what impact does it have. They're not gonna change anything about word buffs. That's you can take that how you will. But for me, the most bizarre, or I don't know if bizarre is the right word, but the most disappointing thing is that they didn't change. Actually, they should have, that you can trade from level 1, and that you can use the action house, and that you can group. These are the three things that I don't really like. I know why they are doing it, because it's gonna be very hard. It would have been very hard to regulate grouping only for dungeons, and not in the spirit that Blizzard usually takes, because they usually don't restrict that, like, at all. So that's kind of what I expected. I thought the trading would be blocked, but yeah, it's not. You can twink out your level 1. there's this video on YouTube. If I remember correctly, the name is the World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Experience, and it's a parody that once you hit level 60, when you try to make an ult, you twink it out with gear, with so much gear. You can get so strong at level 1 with gear, and it's ridiculous. With these changes, being an enchanter will be a legitimate profession, so I think in the sense that they at least unlocked that's good, because I like to do enchanting profession, but like I couldn't before. But I would have sacrificed it, in my opinion. I would have sacrificed it for and waited for level 60 or like 40 or something for trading, but it's not that big of a deal. They also said that you can only kite a mob to the edge of the zone, like across entire zones. Okay, they don't want you to kite across entire zones, so you can only kite a mob to the edge of a zone. Yeah, I think that's a good thing that they did. Yeah, the dungeons are a lockout timer. You have a lockout timer. I talked about that. Yeah, they removed the debuff limits. That's pretty good. That's good. Also, I wanted to talk about this. A duel to the death. Loktar Ogar. Victory or death. It's pretty good. You can have like string of ears, like trophies. I think this is gonna be a huge thing. Like this is gonna be a huge thing. This is gonna be a whole thing. I think maybe I'm gonna try this. I don't know. By the way, I'm gonna level a paladin, I think, and a mage. I'm not sure about that, but this is gonna be a huge thing. Rogues and everyone's gonna be on this. There are some limitations to this, however. Here it is. And you cannot earn the buff if you and your opponent are too many levels apart. Now, they didn't specifically say how many is too many. Like, too many, what's that? But I'm gonna guess around 3 levels, because they usually go with that. The raid bosses are 3 levels above you in raids, and the hit rating and the spell hit rating suffers tremendous losses for people who are 3 levels above you. I think that you won't really want to fight anyone that's 3 levels above you if you want a chance to win, but yeah, again, we have to wait and see. They only said too many levels apart, and they are known to have very weird takes on PvP. For example, that I think I remember it right, that you can only get, what's that, honor points. Yeah, you can only get honor points for enemies 10 levels below you and above you, and well, not above you but below you, and that's kind of weird because like 10 levels is a pretty huge gap. But I think they're gonna go with 3 levels, in my opinion. In this case, it wouldn't make much sense otherwise. And here is the other thing, that yeah, everything's gonna be available, like all content phase is available from the go. So if you don't have to wait, you're not gonna have to wait to go into Zul'Farrak, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they say it's somewhere here. What they say here is what this essentially means, that everyone's gonna go into Molten Core at level 60, maybe farm out some items, and then everyone's gonna go to Zul'Farrak. Everyone's gonna live in Zul'Farrak. That's just a fact of life. So like everyone's gonna get there, everyone's gonna be there, everyone's gonna party there. Every chance they can do the raid, they're gonna do it. And this also means that you can farm a lot of trash loot from next Rammes 2. So like you don't have to kill the bosses, you can just go in there and farm the BOE and the trash drops and all those things. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the meta, and I like that. I actually like that. I like that because that would mean that I'm going on a tangent here, but that would mean that you can get good loot and you don't have to be that geared, and you can the 0.5, that's gonna be huge, the 0.5. You can go ahead and do the Argent Crusade, Argent Dawn, I think it's called Argent Dawn reputation grind, and you can get some epic loot from there, a nice bag and everything. You can go and get a lot of good loot. You can you can ask a mage at level 60 to boost you in reputation with the Zandalar tribe from the crocodiles, if some crazy mage gonna do that. But I think it's gonna be more like people who go in there with the groups and form the emblems. And well, that's not emblem. I'm playing too much Wrath of the Lich King, but yeah, they're gonna farm things, play nice, play fair. Yeah, they are cracking down on griefers very much. Like, this is the most active I've seen Blizzard in a while in banning and actively going against griefing. Like, this is I've not seen them act like at all. I'm gonna be honest, they haven't acted like at all. Any noticeable change, nothing happened. So like, this is pretty cool to see that they're saying that you don't have to get fucked essentially by gankers and PvP whores, like those little trolls who live in caves and they spawn kill you for like 5 hours and 25 minutes in Naxxramas gear, like, because I don't even know reasons. Maybe they got an extra 5 hours. They don't want to get money or something. Anyways, yeah. So that's pretty much it. They made a post about it, and they have a video. They don't really have a video. They have a video, someone interviewing them. They have an interview, and they talked about a bunch of stuff there. I pretty much summed it up here, but I possibly missed a couple of things now that I'm thinking about it. What could I miss? Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention, and I just saw it here. So yeah, if you're a guild master and you get killed by, I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna say Defias bandits, because that's such a troll. That's so quirky that they put it there. But like, if you get killed by, let's say, just a random elite, or like Devilsaur, or like something, you get killed by something, or in Naxxramas or somewhere, and then you think that your guild is now kind of in a pickle because they need to form again and invite everyone. No, you can transfer guild leadership, and you can do all the guild stuff while you're dead. So like, that's cool that they made it. And the other thing that I forgot to mention is that PvP battlegrounds are disabled, and all PvP battle masters, they're trying to essentially counter the fact that if you only have one life, and in PvP you still only have one life because there's no revive and shit like that. So if you get killed, you're dead. So everyone's gonna sit in their bases, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a rogue or someone, maybe, or like a mage is gonna try and do something, but like, everyone's gonna just spawn camp and not want to go, and then there's gonna be that one guy who really wants to yeah, I really just one guy who really wants to go in there and do the PvP and fight with people 1-on-1 or like 2-on-1 because he's so good, or like want to get the flag, want to be sneaky and shit. And then he's gonna get jumped by 20 dudes and he's gonna die because everyone's spawn camping and nobody's gonna do the PvP. How, I don't know if it was meant to be played that way, because that's not really how it goes, but like, there are gonna be so many people spawn camping, and you're not gonna be able to enjoy that. You're not gonna be able to enjoy that. you're gonna get essentially bodied. Yeah, and the other thing that I didn't talk about, and I think it's pretty important, is that there are some quests. For example, the missing diplomat or the attack is gonna PvP flag you. But well, no, they are not gonna. No longer, they are not gonna PvP flag you. So there's not gonna be a gacha moment where like a level 60 rogue who is like, well, this is gonna be a fresh server, so not next Ramus, but they're gonna be like level 60 and they're gonna be like level 32 or 34, and you're gonna get essentially bodied, like destroyed, reduced to atoms, and then they're just gonna like laugh at you or like eat your corpse if they are undead or something. And the other thing is that there is this quest, or like there are some quests, and there is this quest in Gajestan. I think it's called Gajestan. Yeah, I knew it. In Gajestan, there is this quest where you have, yeah. So in Gajestan, there's this quest where you essentially get killed by the quest. Now it's gonna reduce you to 1 health. Like it's gonna deal exactly the amount of damage it needs to do to get you to 1 health from max health. So, well, I don't know if from max health, they said it in the interview that you're gonna get to 1 health. So maybe you need to be very careful with that quest, and it's gonna deal 99.9% of your HP, and then if you're already at half, you're gonna die. Or maybe it's gonna be like, if you have 2 HP, it's gonna take away 1 HP and you're at 1 HP now. But like, I don't know how that's gonna work, but they said that it's gonna get you close to that, and there are gonna be like some of these quests that are meant to kind of kill you, and they're gonna do something about it so you don't outright die, but you're probably gonna die. And they're designed new ways to do these quests that you actually have to be dead to do. For example, at the Blackrock Depths, there is this guy. If you want to get the key and you don't want to bring a rogue with you to the dungeon, then you have to die and talk to a ghost. Now they said that they're gonna do something about that, so you don't actually have to die, and I don't know how you would do the rest of the quests yet then, but like, yeah, that's how you are gonna be able to do that, because they made some changes to that. Well, thank you for listening. I'm just pretty hyped about this. I'm gonna try the PTR. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get sucked in. But yeah, this is all for today. Bye.